Hi everyone, welcome to weekly report on COVID-19 pandemic. The total number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 reported so far is around 8.95 million, out of which 4.43 million people have recovered from the disease, and the pandemic has so far claimed around 468,000 lives. The total number of cases of the pandemic is increasing, as you can see in this blue lane. Total number of recovered cases stands more than the total active cases currently. Case fatality rate of the pandemic is currently at 5.23 percentage. In this graph, you can see that case fatality rate is decreasing uh, during the last 1.5 months. Mid May, the case fatality rate was around more than 7 percentage. This is week 22nd of the pandemic, and you can see that in the last few weeks, the total number of cases recorded is showing an increasing trend. Around 11.63 percentage of the total number of cases were reported during the last 1 week. And during this week, more than a million cases were recorded within a week for the first time. This is the graph for weekly positive cases. We can see that from week 12 to week 16, there was a downward trend in the weekly confirmed cases, but afterwards, we can see that the number of cases is increasing. This can be attributed to the increase in uh, cases in Brazil, United States of America, Russia, and the Indian subcontinent. During the last week, more than 1,041,000 cases were recorded around the world. These are the top 10 countries in which the maximum number of cases were reported. Around 20, more than 20% of the total number of cases were reported in Brazil. So total number of confirmed cases recorded in Brazil during the last week was around 215,000, and United States reported around 187,000 cases during the last 1 week. Most of Latin America reported more than 10,000 cases. Mexico reported more than 33,000 cases. Colombia reported around 20,000 cases. Peru reported more than 20,000 cases. Chile reported more than 68,000 confirmed cases, and Argentina reported more than 11,000 cases. Coming to Europe, the situation remains under control with no European country reporting more than 10,000 cases in the last 1 week. Turkey reported around 9,000 cases, and United Kingdom reported around more than 8,000 cases during the last week. Belarus and Ukraine also reported around 5,000 cases. Sweden reported around 4,500 cases. Russia, which is currently the third most affected country, reported 55,000 cases during the last week. In Africa, only two countries reported more than 10,000 cases. South Africa reported around 27,000 cases, and Egypt reported around 10,500 cases. In GCC area, Saudi Arabia reported 30,000 cases. Qatar and Oman reported more than around 6,000 cases. Iraq and Iran also reported more than 10,000 cases. And coming to Indian subcontinent, India reported around 92,000 cases. Bangladesh reported 24,000 cases, and Pakistan reported around 36,000 cases. around 150,000 cases were reported in the uh, Indian subcontinent. Indonesia reported more than 7,500 cases and Philippines reported above 4,000 cases. Now let's have a look how the total active cases changed during the last 1 week. In United States, the total number of cases went up by around 122,000 cases, whereas in Brazil, the total active cases went up by around 90,000 cases. Peru, despite recording around 21,000 cases during the last 1 week, managed to reduce the total active number of cases by around 6,000. However, most of the other Latin American countries, the total active cases went up. In Colombia, the total number of cases increased by around 11,000. In Chile, the total number of cases increased by more than 10,000, and in Argentina, the total number of cases went up by around 8,000. Total active cases in United Kingdom went up by around 7,500 during the last week. In the meantime, Sweden saw an increase of 4,250, and in Ukraine the total number of cases went up by around 3,000. Italy and Russia managed to bring down the total active cases by more than 5,000. In the African continent, the total active cases in South Africa went up by around 14,000 cases, and in Egypt the total number of cases increased by more than 7,000. In Saudi Arabia, the total number of cases increased by around 14,000, whereas other GCC countries saw a decrease in the total number of cases. In India, the total number of cases went up by 21,000 cases, and in Pakistan, the total number of cases increased by 18,000. Bangladesh, despite recording more than 10,000 cases in the last week, managed to reduce the total active cases by around 2,000. Total cases of COVID-19 reported since the beginning is inching towards 9 million. United States have recorded more than 2 million cases and Brazil has recorded more than 1 million cases, followed by Russia and India, where the cases are still showing an increasing trend. United Kingdom, Spain, and Italy also are still in the uh, top 10 countries. However, the number of new cases reported in the European countries are on a decline. More than 468,000 deaths were reported due to COVID-19 since the beginning, and these are the top 10 countries in terms of the number of deaths. All the resources are linked in the description, you can check it out, and also let me know your comments and suggestion. Thank you.